Well, a new docu-series dropping on Netflix today about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The first 3 episodes of the 6-part series, titled Harry and Meghan, follows the first-hand accounts of the couple who talk about life in the royal family, the media, and the alleged racism. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle describing the sacrifices they each had to make to be part of each other's worlds. Buckingham Palace has not responded to the claims in the documentary, and Netflix says that members of the royal family declined to comment within the series. Let's bring in Tom Gross, a British political commentator, joining us live this afternoon to discuss all things royal family. Good afternoon to you. Let's talk about your opinion on this documentary so far.
Well, yes, that's right. It was just released by Netflix about 3 or 4 hours ago. I've already sat through the first 2 episodes, each almost an hour long. It was rather tedious in a way. Netflix called it a documentary, but I think it's more like a kind of orchestrated reality show. Look, if they wanted to make a shorter documentary about, I don't know, the role of the media or the role of the royal family, or even Harry's relationship with his late mother, Princess Diana, that could be very interesting. But what this is about is a kind of war on their own family. This is the problem.
It's about hatred.
And some of it's really nauseating. You know, they claim they don't want publicity, but then they show us endless photos and footage of their 1-year-old child, Archie, when he was 1. And they claim they want privacy, but then it all seems to be set up. So there's a lot of hypocrisy there. And remember, the British taxpayer essentially paid for their lavish lifestyles. So I think the British public is a little bit annoyed here that they've sort of run off to California, so to speak, and sold their story for $100 million to Netflix.
Let's talk about the assertions that the royal family is racist and the pain Meghan Markle is describing that she's been enduring. Prince Harry saying that the royal family was part of the problem instead of the solution, adding that the direction from the palace was not to say anything. Now, I understand there is a lot of distress from the British public about this story, but what are your thoughts about the assertions and claims of racism that Meghan Markle was experiencing?
Well, we want to know what they are. She's repeatedly been saying this, for example, on the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview she gave last year. And there hasn't been a single proper, realistic person named or example. It's a smear. I myself am a Republican, which in British terms means I don't think there should be a hereditary monarchy as head of state. However, even Republicans like myself, who are not particularly sympathetic to the royal family, are going to defend the royal family at this point. There is nothing to indicate they are racist. They all, they have plenty of friends and people from all different backgrounds. And also, it is preposterous to single out Britain as racist. Look, we have a Hindu prime minister of Indian origin, Rishi Sunak. The last prime minister, Liz Truss, her finance minister was of African origin. Before that, Boris Johnson, his finance minister was an Iraqi-born Kurd. The present Home Secretary, Interior Minister, is Suella Braverman. She's of Asian origin from East Africa. Before that, it was Priti Patel, also of Asian origin from East Africa. Nor is Britain particularly sexist, as Meghan claims. We've had 3 female prime ministers, and it's not that it's perfect Britain. Like every society, there's some race problems, but this is a terrible, horrible smear to which the royals can't really answer, and nor can the British answer. And if Meghan Markle and Prince Harry want to continue their assertion that the British royal ruling elite are racist, they should come up with some concrete examples. Otherwise, the level of anger against them in Britain is considerable, because this isn't just about a kind of soap opera about the royal family.
Right.
They are essentially going on the world's biggest media platform, Netflix, in what's called a global media event by Netflix. It's being screened throughout the world. And
Tom, I've got to cut you off here. We're running out of time.